the ASHTAVAKRA GITA.
One. Instruction on self-realization. Janaka said, "Just how can knowledge be attained? And how can freedom come about? How is dispassion to be found? Please tell me what you can of this." ASHTAVAKRA said, "If you want freedom, you will have to turn away from outward things. See objects as objectionable, scraps of waste produced by partiality of outward sight, perceiving an unwholesome world. Thus you may join back into truth, in patience and straightforwardness, in sympathy and quiet joy. Such virtues are your nourishment to seek undying life within." You are not made of earth, nor water, nor of fire, nor air, nor space and time, nor anything of world. You are the witness of all these, the self that shines as consciousness. Know only this, and you are free. If separating body out, you stand at rest in consciousness, then here and now you come to peace and happiness, where you are free from all restraining ties and bonds. You don't belong to any class. You are not born high, nor lower down, nor have you any stage of life that changes what you were before. Unseen by sense, untouched by form, remaining always unattached, you are just the witness of the world. Be that, and come to happiness. All pain and pleasure, right and wrong, pertain to mind. They do not in the least pertain to you yourself, who carry on unlimited, continuing through everything. You do not act or fail to act. You don't enjoy or suffer what results. Thus you remain completely free, always and everywhere. You are the one who sees, the only seer who sees everything. At heart you're always free. Your only bondage is then this, that you, who are in truth the seer, look upon yourself as something else, as just a doing instrument, a petty doer who is seen. When bitten by the great black snake of ego's self-regard, you say that I do this or I do that, but only take conviction in that I am not this acting thing, and come beyond all passing on, back home to lasting happiness. Convinced of truth, you realize I am the one, pure consciousness, just one, not made of many things. Thus, in the fire of this conviction, may the dense entanglement of ignorance be burned away, to free you from all thought of grief and bring you back to rest content, at peace with what you really are. Just as a seeming snake appears upon a rope that's falsely seen, so too this seeming universe, extending through all space and time, is just imagination, misperceived on nothing else but consciousness, unaltered by imagining. Just that unaltered, knowing light is true enjoyment, always found unlimited and ultimate. No matter what seems to take place, live thus as happiness itself. Whoever's free has realized that freedom as one's very own, as what one always is, oneself. Whoever's bound remains imprisoned in the thought that one is bound by things that limit what one is. Such is the truth of what is said, that as one thinks, so one becomes. Of this, the changing world is made. Self is the witness manifested everywhere, one simple, perfect consciousness, completely free and unattached, desireless, untouched by any seeming act. Thus, unaffected and at peace, delusion shows it as a flow of life that passes through a world of seeming change and passing acts. Reflecting back into yourself, you stand above all seeming else. Unmixed with body, sense, and mind, your individuality is undivided consciousness, with nothing else besides itself. Thus, free yourself from the delusion, I am this apparent person. who has somehow come to be, perceived outside or felt within. You've long been caught in the noose of fancying that this imagined body is your real self. Cut off that fancy with the sword of knowing. I am consciousness. Thus come to rest in happiness, at one with what you really are. There, unattached and actionless, you shine alone, by your own light, quite unaffected by all ill. Your only bondage is just this, that you keep after altered states, where mind is shown absorbed in bliss. Just you are present everywhere, pervading through this universe, made up of your own thoughts and feelings. Everything is made of you. Your nature is pure consciousness. That's what you really are. Don't go from there to pettiness of mind. Come back to that unfathomable depth of pure intelligence, where you stay always unaffected, cool beyond all expectations, unencumbered, undisturbed. Let all your tastes and inclinations show their nature as they are. That is of consciousness alone. Just realize that nothing with some seeming form can be quite right, that only what remains unformed beneath appearances is found, unshakable, and therefore real. Where this is rightly taught and learned, there is nothing more to be produced, no more becoming there occurs, no reborn life is born again. Just as a mirror is implied within the image it reflects, but also stands beyond the show, so too the highest principle that rules the world is found within, the body and beyond as well. As one pervading principle of space extends within a pot and goes beyond outside as well, through everywhere and everything, so too one full reality is always present everywhere, found unconfined within all things and in all groups and kinds of things.